elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Sun Devils will kick it away to start. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
And the Volunteers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Brewer. Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll run the option. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Let's think a second about Arizona State. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left in the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Intercepted! Oh, what a play!
And that's not the content you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception, man. This is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. It didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Well, they say low man wins, and on that 3rd down, the defense, they were expecting quarterback sneak. Did you see how low the D-line got? And they were able to just stymie that offense for no gain.
Not down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
I love the aggressive nature offensively there. It's 4th down, and you're going to try and go for it. And you have so much confidence in your quarterback to be able to make that play, come up with a good throw, keep the drive alive.
And the Vols will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll go to the toss. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Makes the grab. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
The Vols come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw. It's Brewer. Zings it complete to the right. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Tried to pound it in. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. first snap of the drive from the 25. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Goes to the option. He'll do it himself. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Got it in the middle. It's McNabb. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
He wants to throw it again. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. Got it behind the line. It's Acker. At the 40, there he goes. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And the Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry-up.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Well, that linebacker sacked that quarterback, and he was on him quicker than a hiccup.
Yeah, and you see quarterbacks back there pointing and telling the offensive line who to block, and, well, it didn't work. Okay, he was not prepared for that. He comes scot-free, and the quarterback pays the consequences for that one.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Arizona State.
The Sun Devils will go for it on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
So here is the Tennessee offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Sends it back in motion. On the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. To the air, it's Brewer. Spits it out to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Whitaker. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. On 2nd down, will they go back to the ground game? Back to pass. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I think the quarterback just needs to settle down and take his time. Be confident knowing you can step into these throws. When you step into it, it'll help your accuracy. That throw, throwing it off his back foot, led to the incompletion.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Quarterback making adjustments. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Wow, the quarterback got away with one there. He's lucky that defender dropped that pass, because if he picks it, he might have taken that one to the house.
Punt is on its way. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. On the option. He'll pitch it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game. Running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically. I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
It's complete. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. To throw again. It's on target and complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Sun Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback keeper. Got a little space. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Takes the easy completion. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Motion from the back. Looks as if he's going to run it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. He'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 10-yard line and shoved out of bounds at the 9. The Sun Devils come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play in this drive. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Using his feet, running into the open space, turning on the Jets, the 40, running inside the 20, slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteer!
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Volunteers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that...
There he goes! Past the sticks, and he may get more. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. And the Sun Devils want to move quickly. Send the tight end in motion. Now on the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Looking to fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter. This offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Sun Devils have their offense in high gear. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Play the analytics here and you go for 2. The option look. Now the pitch. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6.
Love that call. You go option to try to really stress and stretch the defense down here by the goal line. Great job pitching, catching, getting in the end zone. 2 points.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. He might want another play. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Ready to fire from the pistol. Finds the tight end. Breaks into the open. Snowed under by the defense.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Vols in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Brewer. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the ground with the back. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. They want to run this quarterback. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down.
He's tackled at the 26. Now, a fourth down.
No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Drop the football and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
This is a designed run. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. And the Sun Devils in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but into the...
Turning it on! He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
On the move.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Tight end now in motion. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and Thielen on third down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly complete. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Wide receiver comes in motion. Calls calls his own number. Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point gives him a 1-point lead here in the fourth. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
They'll move the tight end. Leaves it with the back. Fights off a defender. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
They'll run it from the gun. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the run again. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
The Vols are on the move. This quarterback part of their running game. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown Vols! They move on top here in the fourth.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. And with that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Back to pass, it's Brewer. He's got it for the 2-point conversion. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt. to return. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Power football with the run. Makes it past the marker. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Wants to fire on second down. Slings it downfield. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the first down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. He'll take it himself. Creates a little room. Got the first down and more. They'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. And the Sun Devils just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Fires on the move. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Neyland Stadium alive. A cauldron of orange noise on third down. Looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Sun Devils will hustle to the line. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown. Quarterback sneak trying to power his way ahead for a few. Scores on the sneak. I mean, you better bring your big boy pads if you're going to play in this one.
Big boy pads, big boy helmet, big boy underwear. You better bring it all with you because these are two great teams. We talked about it all week. Mirror images, going at it. Who's going to make the plays late to take this over the top?
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Indiana is on the wrong end of a steel-toed boot today. This is one of those performances we simply do not see from this program. Embarrassing. They're trailing by 19 to Northern Illinois. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Tie game here, and the offense starts the drive backed up close to their own end zone. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw. It's Brewer. Release to the back. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top.
And you got to bang a timeout right here. You've got 2 left. After running the football, save as many seconds as you can to give yourself an opportunity to come back and win this game.
Play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. A designed run for the quarterback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. This place is alive, and they love to force this offense into another mistake. A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on 3rd down. Just going to keep it after the snap. Oh, look out, the ball's free. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. All tied up, under a minute to play. A run for the quarterback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking for a man. It's Brewer. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the grab at the 10. Touchdown, Tennessee! And in the final ball, they've taken the lead.
And man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there, finish this thing off.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And obviously the offense is in a difficult position here. You're asking a lot from them. They're down by a touchdown, not a lot of time on the clock, deep in their own end. But this is something that you're trained for. Coaches always put their offense in this situation in practice leading up to the big game. It takes timing, it takes execution, but that is something this offense is ready to do.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He's out of bounds, well short of the marker. It'll bring up fourth down and desperation time. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Got his man in the middle. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, stops the clock after a short pickup of 7, and it's getting dire in terms of the clock. Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Man, what a great play by the defender there. Big-time players make big plays in big games, and against an outstanding wide receiver one-on-one, he's able to knock the ball away and force an incompletion late in the game with everything on the line.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quick completion on the out route. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. Wants to throw on first down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got him this time. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And the Sun Devils want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Here's a throw downfield late. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Got room on the return. And he steps out of bounds after getting the pick, and this one is in the books. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like